Hi, I'm Muhammed and Hamdan, and this is Nightline, and here are the top stories. Unity and good governance, key to ASEAN chairmanship success, says Prime Minister. And unsafe vehicle approvals, RTB records statements from 2 Puspacom personnel.
Happy New Year, everyone! It's official. 2024 has officially come to an end, and the world welcomed 2025 with open arms. I'm here in Kuala Lumpur for this unforgettable celebration with the iconic KL Tower in the background. The breathtaking fireworks display we've just witnessed is truly a feast for the eyes, and the excitement here in the heart of the federal capital is unparalleled, as crowds of Malaysians and international visitors alike have also gathered in popular locations around the Klang Valley and Putrajaya to join the New Year countdown celebrations, marking this momentous occasion with excitement and joy. Now, earlier I had the chance to speak with several Malaysians to find out their hopes and dreams for 2025. For them, the arrival of a new year symbolizes a fresh start, a chance to reflect on past challenges and look forward to brighter opportunities.
For next year, I would say that I still want to continue my study till PhD, or as in, for like right now I'm taking my bachelor degree, but yeah, it's a long way to go, but that's my target for starting this year. And maybe I want to gain some more knowledge and skills.
2024 was a very great year for me, which actually I have done my renovation, one of my achievements, and also actually I spent a lot of time with my family, and I'm looking forward for 2025, which is there's a certain goals that I've set. So I hope that I can go ahead and achieve the following goals, whatever I have actually set for.
It's truly wonderful to see how the country continues to captivate visitors from around the globe with its warmth and charm. Just to add, the fireworks display we've just witnessed is not just a visual spectacle, but also an attempt to make it into the Malaysia Book of Records as the highest altitude fireworks show, lighting up the night sky above the city at 307.610 meters above ground level and 401.610 meters above sea level. Once it's official, this incredible achievement will certainly make this New Year's Eve celebrations even more special for everyone here. Now, tonight's celebration is not just to welcome the year 2025, but also stands as a testament to Malaysia's resilience, creativity and unity. Before we go back to Balai Berita, I would like to wish everyone a joyful and prosperous New Year and hope that you will be safe as you make your journey home. I'm Muhammad Asfar, reporting live for Nightline. Back to the studio.
All right, thank you, Nadir, for the report live from the city centre. The young Di-Pertuan Agong Sultan Ibrahim and Raja Permaisuri Agong Raja Zarif Sofia extended their warmest greetings for the new year. Their Majesties conveyed their greetings through a post on the official Facebook page of Sultan Ibrahim Sultan Iskandar on Tuesday. In welcoming the new year, the King and the Queen prayed for the well-being of all Malaysians regardless of race or religion. Their Majesties also prayed for the continued unity and harmony of the nation. Malaysia must collectively embrace the principle of striving for excellence in the new year as the country assumes the ASEAN Chairmanship in 2025. Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim emphasised that the people must prioritise putting the country in order, starting with strengthening national unity in order to be prepared for the challenges ahead.
Sebelum kita melangkau ke rantau dan ke pasaran antarabangsa, negara harus teratur dengan baik, tata kelola mesti dimantapkan, ketirisan dan rasuah mesti dibanteras. Barulah kita akan perolehi penghormatan sebagai satu negara yang berdaulat, merdeka dan bertanggungjawab.
Anwar said this in his 2025 New Year's address, which was aired on Tuesday night. He described Malaysia's ASEAN Chairmanship as a great honour and that the role presents an opportunity for Malaysia to open a new chapter in both regional and global agendas which remain complex. This includes fundamental issues such as massacres, oppression, injustices and colonization in Gaza and other affected areas. Now, Anwar, who is also the finance minister, pointed out that while not all government decisions and policies are popular or deliver immediate results, they are made with careful consideration to benefit the majority of Malaysians.
Sebagai contoh, penyasaran subsidi diesel dan sebelumnya tentang tarif elektrik yang digerakkan oleh Kerajaan Madani untuk menutup ketirisan sekian lama di subsidi pukal yang telah disalurkan kepada pihak yang paling kaya, yang saya sebut sebagai maha kaya, dan orang asing, 3,5 juta orang yang tidak layak menerima subsidi.
He further reiterated the government's commitment to tackling the rising cost of living challenges faced by the people. Anwar also emphasised the importance of prudent economic management to prepare for unexpected events such as the recent floods. His administration is also committed to collaborating with the affected state governments to ensure the swift delivery of all necessary aid to flood victims. Sultan Sharafuddin Idris Shah on Tuesday expressed concern over the increasing prevalence of character assassination aimed at creating negative perceptions of certain individuals. The Sultan of Selangor said such acts, if left unchecked, could lead to more harmful societal habits and undermine community harmony. In the Sultan's New Year 2025 message shared on Facebook, the ruler noted that character assassinations typically occur during election seasons but were now being used to destroy trust and bring down specific individuals. Therefore, His Royal Highness advised the people to be discerning and to evaluate carefully before making assumptions or believing slander arising from attempts at character assassination. The Sultan also suggested that if there were criticisms or dissatisfaction among the people, they should be conveyed as constructive proposals for the benefit of all parties. He also called on all citizens, regardless of religion, race and political affiliation, to resolve to focus more on efforts to develop the economy and work harder to advance the country in all fields. The ruler also expressed his wish for there to be no more disputes, which were often the cause of vile slander, discord and the spread of false information, particularly on social media. And now that we have entered 2025, it is important to highlight the implementation of several new policies and regulations alongside notable shifts in geopolitical dynamics, economic landscapes, social structures and international relations. Beginning January 1st, several new laws will come into effect, including the enforcement of the Content Application Service Provider (CASP) license. This regulation requires all social media platforms to register for a license with the Malaysian Communications and Multimedia Commission (MCMC). The requirement under the Communications and Multimedia Act aims to improve online safety, protect users, especially children and vulnerable groups, and strengthen regulation over internet messaging service providers and social media. Meanwhile, laundry shops and workplace buildings starting Wednesday will be listed as no smoking areas following the enforcement of the Control of Smoking Products for Public Health Act on October 1st. This brings the total number of areas gazetted as no smoking areas to 28, including hospitals, clinics, public lifts or toilets, eateries, air-conditioned shops, airports, government premises, educational institutions, childcare areas, shopping complexes, petrol stations, libraries, stadiums and more. In addition, all childcare centres or TASCA registered with the Department of Social Welfare (JKM) are required to display registration number plaques on their premises to give parents confidence in the status of their nursery's licence. Over in Johor, the state will return to implementing weekend holidays on Saturdays and Sundays beginning January 1st, following the decree of the Regent of Johor, Tunku Mahkota Ismail, on October 7th, with the approval of the Yang di-Pertuan Agong Sultan Ibrahim. Also on Wednesday, Malaysia will officially take over the ASEAN Chairmanship after Laos handed over the responsibility during the 44th and 45th ASEAN Summits in Vientiane on October 11th. Under the theme of inclusion and sustainability, Malaysia will host over 300 ASEAN meetings and summits throughout the year, including the 47th ASEAN Summit in Kuala Lumpur in October. The New Year celebrations will echo around the globe as the New Year arrives in different time zones, with American Samoa among the last to welcome 2025, a full 24 hours after New Zealand. As the world prepared for New Year celebrations, New Zealand took the lead. The fireworks display in Auckland was unforgettable, lighting up the sky with vibrant colours. The event symbolised hope and excitement for the coming year. It also marked the beginning of similar celebrations across the globe. Elsewhere, Australia's Sydney welcomed the 2025 New Year with the city's biggest ever fireworks display, featuring a golden waterfall effect falling from the iconic Sydney Harbour Bridge. With over 1 million spectators, the 12-minute spectacular stretched 7 kilometres along Sydney Harbour and featured 23,000 individual pyrotechnic shots and more than 13,000 aerial shells. Now back home, 2 personnel from the Computerized Vehicle Inspection Centre, Puspacom, have completed giving their statements to the Road Transport Department (RTD) to assist with investigations into the approval of unsafe vehicles at its Wangsa Maju branch. The duo, who were accompanied by Puspacom's regional manager, provided their statements at the RTD headquarters in Putrajaya starting at 10:30 a.m. RTD Senior Enforcement Director Muhammad Kifli Mahasan said the investigation encompasses enforcement, technical matters and integrity aspects.
Pihak pegawai penyiasat akan membuat beberapa cadangan dan pihak JPJ akan mengangkat hasil siasatan tersebut kepada Yang Berhormat Menteri Pengangkutan.
On Monday, the department conducted a surprise inspection at 25 Puspacom branches nationwide, identifying various violations, including the use of worn and unsafe retreaded tyres on heavy vehicles, which pose a risk of bursting. A total of 115 lorries were inspected, resulting in 69 summonses issued and action taken against 29 vehicles. 7 vehicles, including 2 lorries, were also seized. An inspection at the Wangsa Maju Puspacom also found a vehicle that was deemed unsafe, yet it had passed the inspection. Meanwhile, the Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission (MACC) Chief Commissioner Tan Sri Azambaki said they will await the results of RTD's technical investigation before taking any further action.
Kita mengikuti pihak kita ada berbincang dengan pihak JPJ. Jadi keputusan yang saya buat ialah biar pihak JPJ dan pihak berkuasa lain melihat dari sudut aspek teknikal terlebih dahulu.
Azam also said that if any integrity issues arise and are referred to the MACC, they are prepared to conduct an investigation. Moving on, the Kuala Lumpur High Court on Tuesday has granted Inspector General of Police Tan Sri Razaruddin Hussein an interim order compelling blogger Wan Muhammad Azri Wanderis, better known as Papa Gomo, to remove several social media posts alleged to be defamatory towards the top cop. Judicial Commissioner Gan T. Cheong allowed Razaruddin's injunction application against Azri after concluding that the former had established the presence of serious issues warranting a trial. The injunction prohibits Azri from publishing or disseminating defamatory statements about Razaruddin on all social media platforms until the defamation suit is resolved. Azri was also ordered to retract, remove and delete any video posts on several social media platforms that contain defamatory remarks about Razaruddin. The judge then fixed January 10th next year for an inter-parties hearing. Police have obtained a remand order for 3 individuals arrested in connection with the discovery of a decomposed body believed to be that of a 15-year-old girl who was reported missing on December 19th. Selangor Police Chief Dato' Hussein Omar Han said all 3 suspects have been remanded until Sunday to facilitate the investigation under the Penal Code for murder. Statement on Tuesday, Hussein said those arrested in connection with the case include the victim's boyfriend and 2 other family members aged 16, 20 and 51. Police believe the decomposed body discovered at RTB Sungai Changgang in Banting on Saturday is that of the missing girl. Hussein added that the body has been sent to Banting Hospital for a post-mortem and police are awaiting the results of the DNA analysis to confirm the victim's identity. It was earlier reported that the decomposed body discovered by police 3 days ago may be linked to the case of 15-year-old Yap Sin Yuan who was reported missing in Kajang. Her family lodged a missing persons report after she failed to return home after attending a lion dance training session at a basketball court in Batu Sebelas, Cheras on December 19th. A man was charged at the Kuala Lumpur Magistrates Court on Tuesday with the murder of a homeless man in November. The accused, 39-year-old Muhammad Aiman Abdullah, nodded in understanding when the charge was read to him before Magistrate Farah Nabihah Muhammadan. Aiman was accused of murdering 45-year-old Saravanan Palanisamy underneath the Jalan Tun Sambadhan Bridge in Brickfields on November 23rd. No plea was recorded as the case falls under the High Court's jurisdiction. The charge under the Penal Code carries the death penalty or a maximum 40-year jail term along with a minimum of 12 strokes of the cane upon conviction. The court fixed February 19th for case mention. On December 19th, Aiman was remanded to assist in case investigations after he was identified through a CCTV recording. This came following a post-mortem report that revealed the victim sustained blunt force trauma to his head and the case was reclassified from sudden death to murder. However, the motive for the alleged murder is unknown. Business updates. Malaysia's equity market delivered a commendable performance in 2024, earning a solid grade close to an A, with several key milestones achieved throughout the year. This also lays the foundation for the main index to reach 1,800 in 2025, with 50 new listings anticipated. FTSE Bursa Malaysia KLCI ended the year with a 12.9% increase over the 52 weeks, making it the second best performer in Southeast Asia after Singapore. The exchange also recorded its highest ever issuance of initial public offerings IPOs at 55 and saw its market capitalization exceed the 2 trillion ringgit mark for the first time in May. These 55 IPOs collectively raised 7.42 billion ringgit in proceeds, marking a 107% increase from 2023. The FBM KLCI also peaked at 1,678.8 points on August 30th, 2024 and closed the year at 1,642.33. In 2025, economists forecast the FBM KLCI to reach 1,800 points, supported by a strong domestic macroeconomic outlook and improved corporate earnings. On IPO issuance, Bursa Malaysia is set to list 50 IPOs, reviving the high level of public participation that was seen 2 decades ago. Singapore's Prime Minister Lawrence Wong on Tuesday said the country's economy performed better than expected in 2024, building a strong foundation for the city-state to confront a more complex international environment next year. In his New Year's message, Wong said gross domestic product expanded 4%, beating the Trade Ministry's November forecast for an expansion of around 3.5%. Wong also said the 2025 budget to be delivered on February 18th would create good jobs while addressing cost of living issues and sharpening Singapore's competitiveness. Rob Friend appointed as Harimau Malaya CEO Sports after this breather.
Makanan eksotik pasti ada peminat-peminat yang tersendiri, tapi apakah khasiatnya?
Meraihkan pahit manis juga kejayaan yang dilakari negara sepanjang tahun 2024.
2025, azam baru, semangat baru dan juga jati diri yang lebih jitu.
Semua nak bawa keluarga pergi melancongkan, tapi kalau kita kena scam, apa hak kita sebagai mangsa?
Dan dilema belanja sekolah dan belanja hari raya kita rungkaikan dalam soal wang.
Malaysia hari ini setiap Isnin hingga Jumaat jam 10 pagi.
Stream ditonton juga eksklusif di TV3.
Kucing anda ada personality superstar? Inilah masa si comel sertai pertandingan Cat Fashion Week. Hantar video 1 minit paling bergaya. Email ke kontes@tv3.com.my atau muat naik ke media sosial sebelum 31 Disember. Jangan lupa hashtag kucing terpilih bakal melangkah ke pusingan seterusnya dengan hadiah menarik. Info lanjut di TV3 Malaysia. Jadikan si bulus anda super meowdel terfamous.
A woman's spirit is boundless. So grab your coffee cups and wear your sassiest smile. Because this season, we're louder than ever. We talk career, health, finance, relationships, and everything in between. Women's Talk is here to empower and inspire you. Join us on Women's Talk every Saturday, 5 p.m. only on TV3 and stream now on Thursday.
Kita bertemu dalam My Quran Time.
114 surah, 6,236 ayat, 30 juzu. Sesiapa yang membaca satu huruf, maka baginya 10 kali ganda kebaikan. Jadi, sudahkah anda membaca Al-Quran hari ini? My #Quran Time 2.0 setiap hari 12.30 hari di TV9, juga di saluran Astro 149.
Welcome back. Sports now. Football. The Football Association of Malaysia, FAM, on Tuesday announced the appointment of former Canadian national player Robert Douglas Friend as the Chief Executive Officer of the national team. In a statement, FAM announced that Friend, widely recognised as the key leader in the newly established organisational structure for the Harimau Malaya Squad Revolution, will officially commence his duties starting next month. Originally from Rosetown, Saskatchewan, Friend, who will be 44 years old next month, comes with an impressive portfolio through his involvement in the field of football management and administration after he's retired as a player in December 2014. One of his major achievements includes co-founding the Canadian Premier League CPL and successfully increasing the league's value from $0 to $300 million in just 6 years. Additionally, he has also led 2 CPL clubs, serving as CEO and co-founder of Pacific FC from 2019 to 2022, and as president and co-founder of Vancouver FC since 2022. Meanwhile, as a player, Friend played as an attacker and represented German clubs such as Borussia Mönchengladbach, Hertha Berlin, Eintracht Frankfurt and 1860 Munich, as well as the American club LA Galaxy. As for the international stage, he earned 32 caps for Canada between 2003 and 2011. Friend became the third appointment into FAM's committee after FAM announced Peter Klemovsky from Australia as the national head coach and Muhammed Nafuzi Zain as the head coach of the national under-23 squad. Moving on to tennis, the United Cup, the US confirmed their place in the quarterfinals after beating Croatia 3-0 in Perth on Tuesday. World number 4 Taylor Fritz put the Americans ahead after defeating Borna Coric of Croatia 6-3, 6-2 in the men's singles. In the women's category, world number 3 Coco Gauff gave the Americans the 2-0 lead after dominating Donna Vekic 6-4, 6-2. Gauff and Fritz then paired up to make it 3-0 for the US after beating Petra Marchenko and Ivan Dodig 6-3, 6-2. With the result, the US will face China on New Year's Day in Perth. Arrest warrant issued for impeached Yoon. The details when Nightline returns.
Lebih segar, lebih dinamik. Laporan komprehensif menghidupkan pagi anda.
Buletin pagi dengan waktu yang baharu. 9.30 pagi setiap hari bermula 1 November.
A woman's spirit is boundless. So grab your coffee cups and wear your sassiest smile. Because this season, we're louder than ever. We talk career, health, finance, relationships, and everything in between. Women's Talk is here to empower and inspire you. Join us on Women's Talk every Saturday, 5 p.m. only on TV3 and stream now on Thursday.
Kucing anda ada personality superstar? Inilah masa si comel sertai pertandingan Cat Fashion Week. Hantar video 1 minit paling bergaya. Email ke kontes@tv3.com.my atau muat naik ke media sosial sebelum 31 Disember. Jangan lupa hashtag kucing terpilih bakal melangkah ke pusingan seterusnya dengan hadiah menarik. Info lanjut di TV3 Malaysia. Jadikan si bulus anda super meowdel terfamous.
Kita bertemu dalam My Quran Time.
114 surah, 6,236 ayat, 30 juzu. Sesiapa yang membaca satu huruf, maka baginya 10 kali ganda kebaikan. Jadi, sudahkah anda membaca Al-Quran hari ini? My Hashtag Quran Time 2.0 setiap hari 12.30 hari di TV9 juga di saluran Astro 149.
Welcome back. Onto the foreign front. A South Korean court on Tuesday has issued an arrest warrant for impeached President Yoon Suk-yeol over his short-lived declaration of martial law in a historic first. The Seoul Western District Court approved the warrant following a request by the Joint Investigation Headquarters, which is investigating the embattled South Korean leader for insurrection and abuse of power. The move marks the first time authorities have sought to arrest a sitting South Korean president. However, it is unclear when authorities might attempt to take Yoon into custody. Also in South Korea, Jeju Air on Tuesday said a pre-flight inspection of the plane hours before it crashed found no issues, as investigations continue into why the wheels were not down when it performed an emergency landing. The airline CEO Kim Yi-bae said no issues were brought to light when the plane was inspected on the day of the flight. He added that nothing abnormal with the landing gear was flagged and the plane would not have been cleared for takeoff if the maintenance team had not signed off on its safety. Meanwhile, investigators have begun inspecting the plane's 2 black boxes as well as regulations around a concrete barrier which the plane smashed into. A UN report released on Tuesday said Israel's claims that Gaza hospitals are being used for military purposes by Palestinian armed groups are vague amid their continuing attacks on health facilities. The report said Zionist strikes targeting hospitals and their surroundings in the Gaza Strip have pushed the territory's healthcare system to the brink of total collapse, with catastrophic effect on Palestinians' access to health and medical care. It reported that since the Israel's war began, at least 136 attacks on 27 hospitals and 12 other medical facilities, while causing significant damage to, if not the complete destruction of, civilian infrastructure. Concludes Nightline this time around. Before we leave, let's take a look as Sydney marks the new year with its biggest ever fireworks display, featuring a golden waterfall effect falling from the iconic Sydney Harbour Bridge. With that, I'm Muhammed. Hamdan. Thanks for watching and have a happy new year.